Hi everyone. So I haven't made one of these in a couple months, and biggest reason is, and you can probably tell from how I look, I've been doing a terrible job. I'm titling this video Weight Loss Journey Starting Over because that's exactly what I have to do. I weighed myself recently and I'm over 250 pounds, which was where my starting weight was on October 1st of 2022. That's when I was 255 pounds. I'm basically back where I started. So I want to spend this time just talking about some things that happen, or at least try and verbalize it, because the truth is I don't really know why I stopped caring about this. I can remember back in, and I have a screenshot here. Back in May of last year, I was so good. I was 195 pounds. The lowest I hit was 192, but I was 195 pounds here after 7 months. This was back in May. And I just remember how good I felt. But now, as you can see, it's very noticeable. I'm almost sitting here in shame. I had that and I let it slip away through poor life choices. And I can't tell you why. If anything, I remember mentioning in, I don't remember which specific video. It was probably, it might have been that one, might have been a couple before that, where I said, even though I feel good and want to continue this, the cravings and the stuff, I could revert back to my old ways just like that. So there was always a fear that I would, you know, slip up, but I didn't actually think I would do it. And I don't know if it was because of something that happened or something. I could sit here and make excuses, but that's exactly what they would be, excuses. There's no excuse, there's no reason for it. I lost my discipline and I gave in to these temptations, and they're more than just temptations. It was worse than that. I've always worded it as addiction, and I really think that's exactly what it was. And if I want to get good again, I need to be addicted to it. It's something I kind of learned about myself through this whole process. I'm either going to be addicted to the bad side of it, which I am now, or the good side of it. There is no middle ground. I'm either going to be addicted to the bad side of this or the good side. I remember when I was back in the under 200 pounds, I was addicted to self improvement. Even if it meant, well, turning away the cravings and stuff. I'd get cravings every now and then, but it was under control. I remember being addicted to the self improvement of it. I don't think it's possible for me to have this middle ground where I'm doing it a normal dieting and exercise like a normal amount. Instead, I've learned this about myself. It has to be one side or the other, good or bad, not somewhere in the middle. And so sometimes it became I take a couple days off or something for some rest, but then it doesn't matter if you've been away for a year or if you've been away for only a few days. Going back that first time, it's tough. It is tough. And I'm sure at some point while making these videos, some of you were probably thinking like, who maybe can or can't relate. It's like, Anthony, it's just food. It's not like as severe as you're making it out to be. Well, I mean, I'll show it one more time. Look at that, and then look at this. It, it, it happened. I'm not happy about it. I'm not, but I do want to, just have that be a reminder to some people that, you know, throughout this entire thing, it's always been a struggle. This is my normal. Throughout, I'd say most of December, I was, especially when I wasn't streaming, when I was doing any percent, and then when I was taking that big time off, I basically was doing nothing and eating until I got sick. I don't know why. If it's a seasonal change thing, if it, again, I can make excuses, but I don't really feel like it. I just felt like I had zero discipline and no desire to improve myself, which I don't like feeling. It's affecting my work, it's affecting my energy, it's affecting everything, not just physical appearance. I don't care that much about that, but it's affecting everything else. Those new clothes I bought don't fit me anymore. On Christmas, I wore nylon pants because my jeans don't fit me anymore. It's spiraled. And again, it's to the point you got to acknowledge this is a problem and I have to fix it. I'm basically right back where I started. But again, all of this I'm treating as a learning experience. Like I said, I've acknowledged this everyone has some form of addictive tendencies, again, whether it's gambling or alcohol or smoking or something else. Mine's food is, and after this big relapse, I've learned it's always going to be. It provides me this temporary joy that makes you feel like crap afterwards, but then you go ahead and do it the next day for a while. And it's so funny. I follow this fact app or fact page on Instagram, and today's one randomly was happiness triggered by pasta is comparable, if not greater, than the joy induced by favorite music or sports events. And that's what I had for dinner tonight. I saw that afterwards, but it's like, yeah, it provides a type of joy that I just go and seek out. And I mentioned this before, when you rely on food for happiness instead of just bodily functions or nutrition, that's not good, and it's got to stop at some point. But yeah, I just to know that I was at one point basically better than I've ever been. This is how it's going to be, and then to be in this spot right now, I'm very upset about it, which is why I stopped talking about it. I stopped making the videos about it because I wasn't inspired anymore. And I I basically stopped doing it. But we're gonna do it again. I did it. I did it once, and I can do it again. And this time, I'm really going to commit to it. The main difference this time is, I remember when I was going super, super well. I was doing cardio at night because I sit in this chair for work. I know what works for me. I wake up, have a little breakfast, do the gym with some weights. It could be abs, upper body, legs, doesn't matter. Something with weights. And then protein shake, shower, dinner, and then I stream, and then I either do a snack or nothing at all. But it's that night period where the cravings are like at their highest. And I remember when I was at my best, I distracted myself with some cardio. But eventually, I stopped wanting to go to the gym at night after a stream. It was too much. Well, right down the hall, right outside my door and down the hall, there's a fitness center with one stationary bike and one treadmill. Now, it's usually closed after 9 o'clock, but I talked with my landlord. She really likes me. And she said, you can use it after hours. If someone complains, then I'll say something, but you can use it after hours. So I basically have my own treadmill after I'm done working, which I really think would be a godsend, because even though, I already worked out in a day, after I get up from this chair, my legs are, it's why I wear those compression socks you see a lot. My legs just like, they've been sitting here and I just want to move them. So I'll have access to that. I didn't have access to that before, but now I do. And yeah, I kind of like look forward to using it. But the hardest part right now, when I've been away for so long, is you gotta go back that first time. You do a couple workouts, your body's super sore from not doing it for a while. Then you do it a second time, and then the third time, you're good. And you increase some stuff, and then you're good. I remember how it all feels. It's just when again December was just so bad. And I'm not sure why. Again, I can make excuses. I could do all this stuff, but I don't really know if there was a reason. Like I'm still trying to justify why did I let it get this bad again when I was so good. And I don't know. I guess I didn't take the steps to make it a lifestyle. I don't know. As I again sit here very shameful because what really touched me, and makes me even more sad about the whole thing is I appreciated the comments so much where it's like seeing your improvement made me want to improve myself. And then it's like I'm doing this journey right along with you. And it's like I loved those comments. So I feel really sad sitting here saying like all that process, all the improvements I made were basically undone. But, I may be 30, but that's not old yet. Not yet. We have time to turn it around. I did all that work in 5 to 7 months. We can do it again. It's not fun to think like it'll take that long to see improvement, but even if I'm heavy, but I'm like starting the improvements, you feel it. You really do feel it. And that's what I really want. I feel like my streams lately have been very blah. I've not been enthusiastic about work in quite a while, I would say. And it all coincided with me just feeling like crap. So there are many reasons I want to right the ship again, but this time for real. I've really since like June or July, I keep saying things without really uh, meaning it or just willing to actually do it. This time, this time's going to be different. This time, I mean, this is the alternative if I don't. I want to get back there, and I can. I know I can. I know I can. But yeah, I think I'm repeating myself, but this is more of a cautionary tale. Again, if you don't think that if there were doubters out there who didn't think that, like, when I said I have a problem with food, that, like, it was a problem. I didn't get fat again just to make more content. I'm not that good. I'm not that good an influencer. But no, this is my problem. And you got to combat it. You got to constantly think about it, work at it. And just making this video makes me excited to get started again. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm going to try and do something light, but yeah, one of those things you got to start somewhere. So yeah, I might even start titling it like 1 month later, 2 months later, 2 months later again. We'll see, but yeah, we're gonna crush it this time. All right. Take care. I have some exciting news I want to share. Not related to this, but some exciting news I want to share on January 8th. So look forward to that. And yeah, take care. Stay healthy. And I'll see you guys on stream. Bye.